All right, good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, family. Just coming on for our Monday morning candid conversation with Pastor Conway. I want to give you an opportunity to come on because I just want to just take a few moments to just give you a reminder. I'm sure you know this, but I just want to give you a reminder about something that I think that we all struggle with, that we all find challenging. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to come on, and then we're going to dive right in because I have a word for you on this morning, and I would love for you to think about it, and to process it, and share it if you got something from it. I just want to let you know and remind you of something. I want to remind you that worrying doesn't work. Worrying doesn't work. Okay, I know we're all tempted to do it. I know we have to challenge ourselves not to do it. I know it's easier said than done, but I just want to remind you that worrying, my brother and my sister, does not work. Worrying is mentally going in circles looking for an answer with no resolve. I'm going to say that again. Worrying is mentally going in circles looking for an answer with no resolve. I mean, you're constantly thinking about the problem, you're constantly analyzing the problem, you're constantly focusing on the problem, and you're still coming up with nothing. So I'm telling you right now, I don't care how much you have to fight it, I don't care how much you have to resist it. I want us to be reminded this morning that worrying doesn't work. Let me say this. Worrying, I got this quote I thought was good. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Come on, Sister Duncan. Did you hear that? Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen whether I like it or not. It just takes away today's peace. That's a Randy Armstrong that said that. And if you want your peace today, if you want to maintain your peace today, you have to understand and be reminded that worrying does not work. All worry does is bring static in where you can't hear from God. It causes you to lose your peace. And I'm telling you right now, I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. Look here, and it's something that I have to fight constantly, and I'm sure you do too. But worrying does not work. If your peace is going to remain, worry has to go. Because peace and worry cannot stay in the same room. Do you hear me? There's no way in the world you're going to be worried about it and constantly thinking about it and keep peace. Worry, I want to give you a definition. Worry, give away to anxiety or unease. Worry is yielding to anxiety, yielding to unease. You hear that? I didn't say unease and anxiety couldn't be in your sphere, but worry is yielding to anxiety, yielding to unease. It's allowing one's mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles. Worry is allowing my mind to dwell on difficulties or troubles. It's allowing my mind to fall into a state of anxiety and uncertainty over potential problems. Marlon, did you just hear what I said? Sometimes we worry over stuff that's not even a problem yet, but it's a potential problem. Worry is trying to steal your peace today. Worry is trying to steal our peace today over what might happen. It ain't even said it's going to happen. It's over what might happen. So I want to give you some scriptures, and I want to kind of just walk this for a few minutes, because if we don't get on top of this, we will continue to worry. It'll rob us of our peace. It'll rob us of our joy, and it'll rob us of our ability to hear what God is saying. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7 in the NLT version says, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares for you." I want somebody to put it out there. He cares for me. He cares for me. First Peter says, give all your worries and all your cares to God, for he cares for you. He cares about you. Now, it didn't say God was going to take my worry. It didn't say he was going to take my cares. He says, look here, I'm going to allow you to give them to me. And you can give them to me because you know I care for you. God has said, I care about what you care about. Oh, that's so good. Oh, so you know what? Other folks may not care on the level that you care. Other people may not be concerned on the level that you're concerned. But your God says, I care about what you care about. I'm going to take care of what you care about. I'm going to take care of everything you commit to me. Everything you give to me, I got it. I'm not taking nothing from you. I'm not taking, but if you understand that your problem is bigger than you, if you understand that your anxiety is bigger than you, I want you by faith to give it to God. And he says, I care about what you care about. Therefore, you can take all your worries and all your cares and give them to God. Now, I'm going to be very transparent, Elder Turner. I have given God things at 9 o'clock in the morning and then found myself having them back in my lap by 11 a.m. This is not something that we just do like we take a shower in the morning and start moving throughout the day. You're going to have to continually to cast your care. Cast your care. If it's something that you care about, you can cast it. It qualifies for you to cast it. Amen. Isaiah 41:10. We're talking about, if you're just coming on, worrying doesn't work. Worrying doesn't work. It's tempting, it's tempting, but it does not work. Isaiah 41:10 says in the Message Bible. Get this in the Message Bible. Isaiah 41:10 says, don't panic, period. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Come on, Minister Richardson. The Message Bible says, don't panic, period. Don't panic, period. And then it says, I'm with you, period. This is the Message Bible. I love it. I love it. Don't panic, period. I'm with you, period. There's no need to fear, for I'm your God, period. I can preach this whole thing right here. So we got the first three sentences in this verse. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't wig out. Don't have an anxiety attack. Don't have an asthma attack. Don't panic. That's your first thing. And then know this. I'm with you. I'm with you, period. I am with you. Oh, my God. I'm with you. So if you're not going to worry, you're going to have to stop trying to figure out who's with you or who's against you, because he said, I'm with you. And then he says, there's no need to fear, for I am your God. You don't even have a need to fear, because I am your God. Then the next sentence says, I'll give you strength. Panic and worry says, if this happened, I don't know how I'm going to take it. If one more thing happened, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm telling you right now, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to handle one more thing. If one more bad news, if I get another negative email, another negative post, or another negative text, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. And he's saying, I'll give you strength. Period. I'm going to have to preach this. The next sentence is, I'll help you. I'm going to give you strength to go through it, and I'm going to help you. See, the reason why worrying don't make sense is because when I think about June, all I see is what I need to do. But I don't have the help for June yet, because June is not here yet. He says when June shows up, help us show up. I want you to get this. When June shows up, help us show up. When July shows up, help us show up. When the problem shows up, help us show up. He says, hold you steady keep a firm grip on you. He says, I'm going to hold you steady. I'm going to be your strength. I'm going to help you, and I'm going to keep a firm grip on you. You're not going to lose your mind. Did you hear what I just said to you? You're not going to lose your mind. You're not going to faint. You're not going to panic. You're not going to run out. You're not. Why? Because he going to hold you with a firm grip. I love this. I love this. I love this. Come on, give me some thumbs if you can hear me. He says, don't panic. I'm with you. There's no need to fear. I'm your God. I'll give you strength. I'll help you. And I'll hold you with a firm grip. I said, God said he would hold you with a firm grip. This means that you have a resting place in his hands. This is awesome. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 25. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 25. And I want you to pay close attention to the B portion of this verse. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. God says, I'm going to strengthen your shoes so you can walk in stuff that would have caused you to catch on fire. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. I'm going to make sure you can walk on things where sharp things and hard things, and it's not going to mess up your progression. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. But get this last part. As thy days, so shall thy strength be. As thy days, so shall thy strength be. God is saying, Randy, that I already know what the coming days are going to look like for you. And I already have strength put up for each day that you're going to go through. Did you get that? God says, I already know what the 17th is going to look like, the 18th going to look like, the 19th going to look like, the 20th going to look like, the 21st going to look like. I already know what 2023 is going to look like, 2024 is going to look like, 2025 is going to look like, and I have already set up enough strength but each one of those days. Come on. He's going to direct deposit strength. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to realize that God has cash apped you. That he has direct deposited strength. You're going to have what you need when you need it. I need somebody to put that. I will have what I need when I need it. Somebody post that. I will have what I need when I need it. Worry is trying to get you to figure out beforehand, but you will have what you need when you need it. He's going to give it to you when you need it. I don't need it. Look, if I need it in July, when I need it in July, he's going to provide it in July. When I need it in September, he's going to provide it in September. I will have what I need when I need it. So the twins are excited because they're getting ready to go on a field trip. And I think next week they're getting ready to go on a field trip, and you know, they subtly say, you know, we need a lunch. We're gonna have to have a lunch, and we're gonna have to have a snack, and we're gonna have to have all of this. And my wife and I, we tell them, look here, you'll have it when you need it. Ain't no sense in buying no lunch a month ahead. You will have what you need when you need it. I came to remind you that worrying doesn't work. All worrying is trying to do is steal your peace, keep your nerves up, have you full of anxiety, trying to get in God's business. Worrying just does not work. Amen. So let's go to Psalm 18 and 33. Hey, big bro, Elder Malone. Psalm 18:33 says, He make my feet like hinds feet, and he sets me up on high places. The psalmist says that even if God don't change my situation, he will change my feet to accommodate my situation. Now see, y'all about to make me shout on a Monday morning. The psalmist says that, look here, the hills and the mountains and the terrain and all of that stuff could cause me to slip up. He says, but God don't even have to change my situation. He can change my feet. The hinds feet are like goats. They're mountain goats, and they know how to jump and leap up on a bunch of hills and mountains where man would be able to slip, but they can actually go from one cliff to the other. He's saying that God don't have to change my situation. He can change me in my situation, and I still won't trip up. You will not trip up, Malone. You will, come on, he's making your feet like hinds feet. Come on, Turner, Dawn, he don't have to change your situation. He can change your feet in the situation. I want you to hear this. That's what Psalm 18:33 says. He makes my feet like hinds feet and sets me up in high places. I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to fail. Not because of who I am, but God transformed my feet. He always causes you to win. He's going to get the glory out of this. Did you hear me, Sister Perry? He's going to get the glory out of this. Lamentations is our last scripture, because I just want to remind you that worrying doesn't work. So we talked about this. Cast all your cares upon him because he cares for you. We talked about don't panic because he's with you. And there's no need to fear because he's your God. We talked about that. He's going to give you strength. And he says, I'm going to personally help you. See, worrying says you ain't got no help. You in this by yourself. The folks that you thought you could count on, you don't have to worry about who you thought you could count on. I'm reminding you of who already said, I'm with you. Then we went to Deuteronomy, how God says that I'm going to give you strength as your days are. The last one is where I want us to think about Lamentations 3, verses 21 through 23. It's one of my favorite scriptures. Lamentations 3, verses 21 through 23. It says, this I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope. It is the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Now I want you to really understand this. Let's just break down 22 first. 22 says, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions, they fail not. The reason why I'm still here, the reason why you're still here, is because of the Lord's mercies. It wasn't our great planning. It wasn't our great discernment. It wasn't that we did everything correctly. It is the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. So in essence, I didn't get me here. If I got somebody on, just go ahead and say, I didn't get me here. Which means if I didn't get me here, I can't keep me here. It was the Lord's mercies that I have not been consumed. This is important, because his compassion fails not. It's because his compassions fail not. He loves us so much. That's the reason why we're here. You didn't pay the house note the whole time. God did. You didn't take care of the car and the kids and the tuition. God did. You didn't take care of the medical bills. God did. And every morning we get new mercies. The mercies are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faith. This is the reason why we ain't got time to worry. We need to focus on his faithfulness. We need to focus on his faithfulness. Now I want to go to backtrack verse 21. And I want you to get this. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 21. Because this is our homework assignment. It says, this I recall to my mind. Therefore I have hope. Jeremiah is telling us that because he recalled the right stuff to his mind, it gave him hope. What is he saying? He's saying you have the authority to recall whatever you want to recall to your mind. If you recall problems to your mind, it's going to give you discouragement. If you recall worry and problems to your mind, it's going to bring you negative emotions. But if you recall the faithfulness of God to your mind, it's going to bring you hope. Now, you've seen it on the news how a company, Nestle or somebody, will have a recall, or Ford will have a recall. What they're saying is we had something that came out of our factory that's questionable, and we need you to bring it all back. Bring it all back so we can fix it. I'm telling you that the way we destroy worry is we have to recall the right things. Recall how he's been faithful. Recall how he's been loving. Recall how he's been a provider. Recall how he's been a protector. Recall how he's been a mind regulator. Recall how he's been a counselor. Recall how he's had your back in the past. Recall how he's ordered your steps. If you recall the right things, you'll produce the right things, and it will bring you hope. The reason why anxiety has a place to live in our lives is because we're recalling the wrong stuff. Did you hear what I said? I got to recall the right stuff. I got to recall how I didn't have a job and he made a way. I got to recall how the car didn't work, or I couldn't afford something and he made a way. I got to recall how I was at my wit's end and God stepped in the nick of time. Look here, if I'm going to kill worry, if you're going to kill worry, come on, Pastor. If I'm going to kill worry, if you're going to kill worry, we have the authority to recall what we want to recall. And the reason why we're stressed out is because we're recalling the wrong things. I need you to recall the goodness of God. Recall the faithfulness of God. Why? Because worrying doesn't work. Worrying does not work. And the only way you and I are going to live a successful life, the only way we're not going to stroke out, the only way we're not going to have pity parties and go off the deep end is to make up in our mind that I have the authority to recall what I want to recall. And when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, I choose to recall that. If this has blessed you, I want you to share it, because you've got some people who love the Lord. You've got some good people in your family, in your sphere, who's just worried. And we're not passing judgment, because all of us have to fight this. Every last one of us have to fight this, because the enemy will always present something for us to worry about. But I'm asking you to share, I'm asking you to pray, and I'm asking you to find yourself recalling the faithfulness and the faithfulness and the love of God, so you can therefore have hope. I'm asking you to expect God that even if he don't change your situation, that he will change you in the situation where you can still soar. God bless you. God keep you. And I hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you soon.